Hey everyone, this is Eduardo from Lime Audio. I'm a production sound mixer based off of New York, and today we're going to be making a battery box. If you're wondering what's a battery box, to put it simply, I'm just tired of grabbing and bringing all these chargers and bringing them to set every single day and just tossing them out inside my bag. There's more in here, like all these cables, all these chargers, all this. And I'm just like, all right, I'm tired of having to bring it all, take it a set, and then finding a little spot where I can charge. It's wasting so much time, wasting so much space. I just wish there was a system where I can just put it all in one, bring it to set, plug in, put everything to charge, and then plug out and go to the next set and just plug back in. It's just all in one. I'm tired of breaking down, building up. I'm just tired of all of that. And so today I decided, you know what? It's 2026. It's time for me to build a battery box. And I found this little guy off of Facebook Marketplace, used up, banged up. And I went and started all the money that I earned in 2025. I saved up and I started buying everything piece by piece together so that when 2026 rolls around, January, the time when there's like no work, no nothing, there's nothing else to do, you know what? I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is and just finally stop complaining and just build the damn thing. And so that's what I'm gonna do. So the Pelican, like I said, I found it in my Facebook Marketplace. The dude, his name's Frank, cool guy, awesome guy, let me in, grabbed it. He told me a little bit about it. He was using this for forensic science. Maybe it was used for like dead bodies, or maybe to investigate like crimes and stuff. So it's kind of cool that it has like a little bit of a backstory. But yeah, he just told me that he was using it to keep all of his camera equipment that he uses for forensic. And he's like, yeah, he wanted to empty it out, and so he sold it to me for that much, 150 bucks. Not too bad of a price, especially since it came in the little zipper in the back so that I could sort in cables, sort in batteries, extra stuff. And it also came in with the bottom pad as well. And I was like, you know what? Just bring it all together. Maybe I can use it. Maybe we can use it for storage. I know the back part I want to keep. I'm going to keep the back part so that I could put in my cables and put in my chargers, extra stuff like phone chargers, small little batteries, maybe even like extra backup cables. Let's say like a cable breaks on me and I'm like, I don't know what else I'm gonna do. So I could just put the cables in there, then I don't have to like waste more storage. I could just bring it all in one here. And the main reason why I got the 1510 is because I like, you know, the wheels. The wheels. I have met with a lot of other production sound mixers who built this. They get the smaller Pelican holding, which is fine. It's nice. As time goes on, more batteries weigh a lot, and it's gonna be like hefty to be lifting that. You gotta get like a thick forearm and you're like, oh, lifting all of that. And I'm like, so the wheels is gonna help me out a lot to lift all these heavy batteries all around set, and so it would be great to like pack and go. So the main thing I want to start first, and what we're gonna be doing first, is we're gonna take the measurements off of this guy. We're gonna grab all the measurements we need. So the wooden plank that I found off of Home Depot was a 4.5 inch by 5 foot. Originally it was 8 foot, but I did a little bit of cutting and then cut it down to size to what I need.
Hey, bro, knock that over.
All right. And then after that, I got a few screws, a number 8 screw. Ideally, the reason why we got a number 8 screw is because we have this socket here, the inlet. So this is the little guy right here. This is the inlet and we got some screws here because I didn't want to use the screws provided because I'd rather use mechanical screws to not damage any wires. especially since we're going to be running wires through this guy. Screws are set to number 8, and number 8 will fit exactly in these 4 holes. Especially read the instructions, because that's what it said in the instructions, so hopefully that is correct. And it has this little plastic thing that will protect it, so while I'm transporting water and rain, it will protect that. And this is going to go into the power strip that we're going to be setting up for the box, and where all of the power is going to distribute into all of our chargers here. For now, we're going to be setting up the wood, and we're going to set up as far as we can, drilling the holes and getting everything prepped. All right, so now on to the measurements. So first thing we're going to be needing to do is get the measurements of this guy. Let's see. And from the looks of it, length of the interior is 20 inches roughly. The width, 11 1/4, 11 1/4 basically. So we're gonna make a cut here, but I don't want to use all of it. As you can see here, I don't really want to use all of this. Actually, what I really want to do, I'm gonna show a little bit of like a game plan roughly around here. And so this is a little design that I made. It's not the best, it's just a little thing that I just want to throw my design, my ideas. And so my idea is up here on the top, I'm gonna have like a little cubby area so that like all the batteries I can just toss on top. And then down here, as you can see on the big side right here, is gonna be the AA batteries. So this is the AA battery components. And then over here is gonna be the 9 volts, and then tentacle sinks up here. And then we have NP batteries for the monitor, because I have a small little monitor that I love to use, and that's to charge those. The bottom here is gonna be where my smart battery is, and the smart batteries is gonna be for my mixing, my bag, and everything. And then all the way at the bottom, I'm gonna put a little switch, a little tiny switch where I can actually illuminate all of this right there. Okay, so let's start. I really want to figure this out because I really want this cubby area right here on the right. Let's take this foam out first, as you can see. And let me put this on the side. Yeah, so now we're gonna, all that we have in a drawing, we're gonna piece it together. We're gonna see how everything's gonna fit together. So this is the idea. You see this little guy? This is actually really cool. I found this because it saves so much space, and I can put it here, I could put it here, I could put it anywhere. And so this is what we're roughly working with, as you can see. The longest is going to be these batteries, the 9 volts. And so because that is the longest, it's going to be right here on this wall. Now there's these 2 wheels that I have to account for. In the original drawing, this wasn't accounted for. So we're going to be adjusting our measurements from this back wooden plank. I'm going to make it even smaller. So we're going to start with the long piece, which is the easiest part. So this is going to be, let's say 15 and a half. I want to give enough space, if anything. So 15 and a half inches is what I'm going to need to cut here. And then from here down here, the lengthwise, I'm going to have to drop that lower. So let's go and cut one at a time. And let's see how it goes. Before we start, we always got to have safety gear, glasses, and we have little save our ears, because we are sound mixers and we have to save our ears. 15 and a half, rough around there. There. Get a little bigger. Now we made the marking, let's make the line a little longer. And we're gonna follow that little guy straight as an arrow. Right there. I'm gonna follow that guy. Okay, so now that we made our cut, which is right here, let's see if it fits. So here's the gap that we want. It's gonna be right here. And it actually fits perfectly nice. It leaves a little bit of a gap. So the next thing we're gonna be doing is now measuring from here to the long way. You know what? I kind of don't want those little edges at the end, because there are little tiny edges right here. That's like a little ramp. It doesn't really go flush onto the ground, so I'm gonna leave a tiny little gap. Yeah, so there's these little edges here that is causing issues, and I want it to be flat. I don't want it to be hitting this little ramp, because on this wall is actually a perfect 90-degree, so that's fine how it sticks on this corner right there, so that's perfectly fine. But it's just on here now that we're going crossway, it's going to be a little bit of an issue, so we're going to shorten it down, and that is going to be roughly around 9 3/4. So we're going to do 9 3/4 cut. So we got our cuts and we got our board. So this board is going to be right on top and everything's going to go on here. We now gotta grab these long wood screws and now we gotta put it all together. So let's start by measuring out what's really needed inside this box. All right, so here's the idea and the plan. That's how it's gonna look from underneath it, and so that's how it's gonna look. My current step is, which I already did beforehand. You see there's like points here, points here, points there, points there, there, and there. So there's 6 points and those are markers, so I'm going to drill a hole through them so that they're pre-cut holes, and I'm going to put the wood screws right through them, and so this sticks onto it and it doesn't expand out. So hopefully this works. That's the current plan that we're doing, and this is going to be the little cubby hole where we dump whatever we want in there. That's the idea. So we're gonna get these wood parts off, close this up for now. We'll come back to it. I'm definitely gonna come back. And now we're gonna do our little drills and our little holes. 6 holes, and we're in. We're gonna have to bring back the Pelican case. Actually, we're gonna have to bring back the Pelican case. So right now, I'm gonna setting it up how it was originally when I first set this up. Keep everything flush as much as I can. Now that everything's like this, we can start marking through the holes and then get the holes through the wood. Now, as you can see, I left that mark. See, I was off. There's this mark, and now I have a second mark. Alright, as you can see, there's a mark right there. This one's way freaking off. There's a mark right here. There's a mark right there. I understand that this lands right here, so I'm just gonna aim a little more centered. And it's fine because it kind of like shimmies it back towards the center a bit more. So it's like away from the wheels back there. Yeah, I'm just gonna center them out, drill them, and then drill right through that. Because I just didn't want it, I just want it to be like, I just need to know exactly where they're being placed. So let's make our drills, our holes. I've drilled little holes so that it makes it easier to put together. Oh my goodness. I didn't notice this. The footage got cut and I have no clue where it cut at. But this is where we're at right now. So we drilled in all of these in, and now it's all like this. I didn't cut this part originally in the plan. I didn't really need it because it's kind of sturdy enough. At the same time, it gives me an extra space here so that when I have the power, it will have more space to spread out power. Also, I got this one right here to drill right through it. See, that one go flat right in there. But then the other ones, some of them are flat, some of them are like sticking out a tiny bit like that. Like this one's another flat one. But yeah, this came out really well. I like it. And now I'll show you guys what we're working with right now. Look at that. Look how snug that is. All the batteries are gonna go right up here, and I'll be able to close it and open it. Voila! All right. And now over here is gonna be where my cables, chargers, whatever I need to put goes in there. But for now, let's go to the next step of this process. All right, now that we have this wooden frame, now we have to make is the hole for the power. So let's make our marking. We're going back in there. That wood is going back in there. And now we have to find out where exactly that hole is. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. So there's this little gap here. It's in the hinges. And if you can see, the hole is right there. And then I made the little marking. Let's see if we can see through the crack. Right there. If you see the little marking right there. So that's how I marked it. As close as I can get. Alright, let's get this out of here for a second. Leave it on the side. Now this is the most dangerous part, I would say. But we're trying to figure out how to do this by ourselves. Let's see. I'm just not doing it now. I'm just looking at it. There. Alright. Alright, I did left a little mark. I just put some pressure so that there's like a little mark there, a little dent, so that I know where I can land. Now the question is, how am I gonna hook this on? Ew, I just noticed there's spider webs on this. My idea. Ideally be grabbing the clamps and putting it right there. One second. 1 segundo. Alright. Let's see here. Let's get these clamps right there. In an ideal world, you would get an assistant to help you out and hold on to it. But I don't have an assistant currently. Just trying to solo this. So I got these little clamps here, which I'm gonna put this in the description because these things are life-saving, especially when you're doing woodwork, and they're pretty cheap and not really expensive. And so, let's see here. I'm not moving at all. Alright. Let's do this. Oh, okay. I'm so nervous about this because I know if I fuck this up, it's gonna be a lot of money. All right, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1. Come on, you can do this. Oh, come on. Did it go through at least? Wow. It almost went through, but it looks so good. Let's see, what is it? Damn. Let's try one more time. Ah, okay, I see what I did wrong. Don't put so much pressure. When I put too much pressure, and it was just slow. It was like slowing it down. Since it's plastic, it's hard plastic. You just gotta little pressure, and then boom, it went through. All right, nice. Everything looks great. So much plastic everywhere, but whatever. We live and we learn. Oh, come on. So much. See right there? Ooh, that's a whole. Oh man, I just noticed. I think I might have gone too low with this. I might have gotten too low. Bummer. As you can see, plop. Actually, it's like right on the money. It's like right on the money. Oh, that's so satisfying. Oh yeah, look at that. Let's get a closer look at that. Let's get a closer look at this. 1 second. Oh, look at that. It's like right there. I would, if I would do this again, go a tiny bit higher. But it's like right there. Perfect. Now in the next part, we gotta mark holes here. You see there's tiny little holes right here, 4 little holes, and so that this secures and stays in there. Then now we have 4 ink holes where we can drill and make our little incisions. See what I mean? Number 8, it like fits. Come on, focus up. It fits right through, see? Perfect size. Number 8. Doesn't matter the length, if you want it longer, whatever you want to do. But number 8's the size. So to drill holes, we gotta get the right size. So you just gotta match them up. And do a little bigger. Last time you just need a little smaller so that it hooks up. Now you gotta need a little bigger. Because these are mechanical screws. Yeah, these are mechanical screws, not wood screws. Wood screws will go right through it. Mechanical screws, it doesn't have like a little drill at the end, so it won't cut through, so you just need to secure it. We're gonna clamp it and secure it. This actually is so safe. It felt so secure and so easy. Just having these clamps here, actually, that's better than having someone else. I saw the deity video. He almost killed himself having an assistant.
Are you okay? Yeah.
I don't know why don't they have clamps? All right, deity. Andrew, I love that guy. He's so cool. I met him before, the Andrew from Deity, at conventions. I don't know him personally, but I always love that video where he made his own Pelican, this type of box charger. What I can say is it's so dangerous the way he did it, but this way it feels way more safer. Let's drill. Like I said before, all right, let's see, 4 little holes, that's all I need. Now it's time to screw this all in. Let's see. Grab a little nut. Actually, little tip. If you're doing this, I highly recommend, if you're trying to go for grab a nut, grab one of these locking nuts. See the little plastic in the inside? These zinc locking nuts. The reason why I say grab these is because this is going to be moved around. It's going to be shaken a lot. And so I recommend getting locking nuts so that if there's any vibration or anything, it won't loosen up. So, especially since this is going to be moving around a lot. So I highly recommend getting locking nuts. Nice one. There we go. Yeah, everything's gonna be in the link of the description on what I bought and what I used, so that if you want to make one your own, you can. There it is. There it is. Now you gotta hand screw it. Just a little bit by hand. Grab like a little plier. I just grab a needle nose. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Does this work? And just screw it on the other side, and while it's hold still, just leave it a little loose. Don't tighten it all the way. Just don't tighten it all the way. Okay? Because you wanna be able to freely move it. Because you gotta match up the holes. Now with this in here, let's see if this will fit in here. Perfect. Look at that, guys. We're in. Nice and sturdy. That's what I like to see. Now the next step is to get this out of here. Now we're gonna put down Velcro. We're gonna put Velcro on this, on the edges, so that it won't move. It will perfectly stay still, and it will secure it even more. Even though it's pretty tight and it's pretty secure, I think Velcro would work fine, so that if like in the future I want to make adjustments, I want to take out a power, I want to change something, I can like pop it out and then pop it back in. But I want it to be secure. I want it to be secure in here, so that's all on set. I could drag it and toss it. I could toss it in a van, I could toss it in a trunk or anything. I don't care. But all that matters is everything's working. Yes. All right. I just want to show this. So I tried using Velcro to like secure this onto the box, and it got stuck. And so because it got stuck, I was trying to take it out. Like you can see the Velcro here on the side. This is really good Velcro. It got really stuck in there. And so because of that, one of the screws literally popped off. So now I gotta drill this back in. There you go. Now that's in there. All right. So it's getting like really late now. There's no light, as you can see. I'm gonna have to take a pause for a minute. I'll be right back. For you guys, it will be like no time at all. For me, we'll see what happens, because I still have to wait for the power, because now we have to cut up all the power and get the power in here. And we have to start putting Velcro on all the stuff so that all the stuff can be secured onto this. And that's gonna take a minute, and we don't have enough time to do any of that. I'll catch you in a minute. I'll be right back. Yeah, we'll take a little pause, a little break on my side, get something to eat, something to drink. I'm kind of thirsty. I'll be right back tomorrow.
One day later.
All right, this is day 2 now. So originally we wanted to do this all in one day, but because of time, lighting, and also the last piece of the puzzle, which is the power system, it finally arrived. We wrapped everything, we put everything away. The power system arrived right at the front door steps, and I was like, we could have filmed this way earlier, but it's fine. It doesn't really matter because the lighting, it started getting really dark real quick. So yeah, now that we have this, we can continue on. So this is going to be the more interesting part. where we're gonna be doing the whole electrical system. And so now, let's take out this bad boy. Let's see what we're working with. So this is the power supply. What we're gonna be doing is cutting this down to size. And then the extra wire that we're gonna have left over is gonna be used as our power strip. What we're gonna be doing for today, setting up the power system, putting up all the final touches, and do as much as we can. Right, so let's get started. So where we left off, we're gonna be needing to remove this wood. And what we're gonna need to do now is actually gonna have to remove the little outlet we have here, because we have to do all the cabling. All right, now that we got it out, next step, we're gonna have to plug in the wires. But before we do that, we're gonna have to make our cut on the wire. So what I am planning on doing, I'm just gonna pass the wire through. It doesn't really matter, just all the excess wire. So I'm planning on having it right in the middle, maybe a little more to the right, and then I want to cut my wire roughly right here. Just a little mark here. I just scratched it with a point. Now I know where I want to cut. I'm gonna cut a little bit more towards the edge because I want a little bit more wire strip. There you go. So now that we made our cut, all this excess wire, don't throw it out, save it, because we're gonna be using this. All right, so now that we made our cut, as you can see, there are all three wires, green, white, and black. So we just gotta strip roughly around like an inch and a half, maybe like just a full inch. And so I would usually do is just put like a thumb and then measure from, you know, the ridge of my thumb here all the way down, just to strip enough. It doesn't have to be too much. And then just grab it, little bit of pressure, not too much, and just strip the outer edge. And it should come off. There we go. So that's the outer strip, and now you have all three wires exposed. For the next step, the instructions say, if you read the instruction, it says 1/2 inch. So we're gonna have to strip 1/2 inch. As you can see, that is, this is 1 inch and this is 1/2 inch. Let's see if you can see it. You see the number 1 there, yeah. And 1/2 inch. So now we just gotta strip that 1/2 inch. This is the 12 to 14 roughly. And pull it out. And there you go. One perfect strip. I gotta do that two more times. There we go. Now you have all three copper wire exposed, like so. Let's see if it focuses. There it is. Now that that's all set, you're gonna push the wire through here. Just give it a really tough push. It's kind of stiff, but that's good because that solidifies it so that there's no wire exposed from the elements. Just gotta really push it in, twist and twist and twist and twist and twist, and there you go. See? There's the three wires. I'm gonna try to twist it all the way down so it gives me like enough space to work with. It's just for showing you guys, but for you guys it's gonna be like, you're gonna keep it up here. I don't know, whatever's comfortable for you guys. But yeah, here's the three wires, and there is the cover that will protect it from the elements and from any clashing in with any other wires. There you go. Okay, so now that we got the wires. We're gonna stick it right through here, right here. And so now we gotta do it by color. As you can see, black, white, and green. And so we're gonna give it a little twist on each one so that it will all go straight right through. So white's gonna go in first. Black's gonna go next. Finally, we're gonna go green. Green for Lime Audio. Green for ground. There you go. Perfect. Now we're gonna shimmy this all the way in. And there you go. It's nice and secure. Nothing's going there because this is really tight. And this will protect the wire. And no wire is exposed while we're working. And so now we just gotta secure this back in there. So now that we have made that cut, I'm gonna show you something that I found that I feel like it's gonna be great. And that is a plug locker. Which is nice because instead of working on set, someone accidentally pulls your case, it like doesn't pop off. So this, you have to, when you plug it in, it locks. And then you have to press the button to pull it out. It's more of a safety thing than anything. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna expose this plug locker. We gotta open up this plug locker like so. You gotta take it all apart. That's one, that's two screws, that's three screws, the fourth screw is right there. There you go, that goes there. And same dealio, sort of. Green little screw right there. That's ground, that's green. Instead, you see this copper color? That's hot, that's black. So you gotta put black in it. And then here's this like silver white color. That's neutral, that's where the white color goes. Okay, make sure you get your connections right. Some of you might be wondering how I know how to do this stuff. I have a little background in being an electrician because in high school I used to study to be an electrician. I used to study in electrical installation, so I know basic setup of power distribution and that. Not the most advanced one. There you go, finally got it out. So I'm not the greatest. Well, I wouldn't say I wasn't the greatest. I used to get high scores pretty frequently. I used to study to be an electrician. When I was in high school, I was thinking, what do I want to do? I don't really know what I want to do, but I wanted to make money, and so I was like, all right, let's try to be an electrician. It was cool. It helped me a lot. I learned a lot about taking care of the house, taking care of electrical power. So if anything goes wrong in my apartment, I'm just like, instead of calling a landlord, I'll just fix it myself. Now we have these wires exposed. Let's see if we can see that. Okay, so after stripping the wire, what we're gonna have to do is pass this wire right through here, the plug lock. All right, so now that we got the wire right through it, let's put it all the way down here on the side. So now we gotta put it in each respective position. Open these up all the way out. Now what we're gonna do is, remember, copper goes to black, white goes to the silver, and green goes to ground. And so that's how the connection is made. if you're wondering, just in case, I don't know if you're in a scenario where you're not even sure where power is. So if you look at a face of an outlet, this small line is always hot. The longer line is neutral. And then this small little guy right here, that's the ground, that's the green. Now that we made our connections, the final step would be to put it all together. This goes right in there. This screws in here. I had to remove this little glow guy. It's too much in the way. The wire was too thick. There you go. That's the outlet. So all you gotta do, push the button right here, push that in, secure, nothing's pulling it out. Then the only way to take it out is to push this button and pull. Hell yeah. Alright, so before I start velcroing everything down and securing everything, I have to make holes. I have to make sure that I have made enough holes, a good enough size holes where I can start passing all the wires through. So I'm gonna mark them down before I start drilling. A lot of the wires are a little thicker, so I'm gonna need a little bigger of a size. This is 1¼ inch. 1¼ inch size hole. From the original diagram, I wanted the 9 volts here, but then I realized I'm gonna move the 9 volt all the way on this side and then put all of my tentacles right here. I mean, this is just gonna be swapped, but ideally everything else is roughly the same here. See, that's where I marked it. That hole 1, and we're gonna mark this one here as hole 2. I'm gonna put a little bit, this is fine. Because I don't want to use this and make a big hole and then it's going to be so much space. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to make like a little crevice with the right size. So I'm thinking roughly around here, making a little line. So that's going to go right here. Basically where the wood hits, I'm going to stop roughly around there. So if I remove all of this, there's the line right there. There's a little dot right here. And then there's a little dot right there. So there's 1, 2, 3. And so that is my plan on what I'm gonna do next. Now, we're gonna prep this and plan out where we want our stuff. done. So this is the Velcro. This is where tentacle sinks go. Everything is Velcroed in securely. And so now, next step is to get all the cabling done. Bring in the Pelican box and let's figure out how we're gonna power up all these cables. All right, so next step in this whole process is getting these cables in. Okay, so I readjusted the camera and I just finished doing double-sided tape. And so now what we're gonna do is all over this edge here, we're gonna put lighting. Because there are moments where we're working in dark scenarios, dark scenes, and I need to reach for a battery. I need to see. So that's that. Now, the final step is to get all the cables through here. Like so, the AA batteries. This is 9 volt. 9 volt goes through here. Then we have the NP batteries for my monitor and my DD Smart Slate. And then last but not least, the power to my mixing bag battery. Now we just gotta tuck everything in, make sure everything falls in line. There we go. Alright, everything is tucked in. Stuck it on the wrong way. I honestly forgot about this, so alright guys, so this is it. This is the production sound mixer battery box. I have finally made this. I've always been wanting to make this, and 2025, it's been like a lot of ups and a lot of downs. Especially in the beginning of the year, it was a lot of downs, but then in the second half, we're able to push through and collab with so many people. And we met a lot of amazing, talented people. From production sound mixers, boom ops, utilities, to working with some amazing DPs, directors, gaffers, grips, makeup artists, visual effects artists. I met so many people throughout the second half of the year that I'm just so excited and very privileged to be able to work with all these amazing, talented people. And because of that, I was able to finally afford to make this battery box where I can be more efficient and streamlined so that in future work I'll be able to work faster. And for my boom ops utility, I can quickly, easy, all in one go, they can figure out where the batteries go because they can see it instead of having a whole cobweb of messes everywhere on tables and all that. And I'm like, this is just cures my OCD. That's all I can say. And for those of you who are wondering throughout this whole video, is that a dead body? No, it's not a dead body, guys. It's just a punching bag. It's winter time right now. It's snowing, it's raining. We're trying to cover it up so it doesn't get damaged too much and doesn't get soaked. So this is just a regular punching bag. And yeah, I don't know. I just really think that hopefully this year I will work more, and in doing so, hopefully I have ideas where I try to do like behind the scenes stuff. Maybe that would be more interesting, but that's like a whole nother logistics and finding the right camera and Insta GoPro. I don't know. I have to figure that out. Hey, if any more interesting ideas comes to mind that I would want to make and craft, that will help me in production sound mixing, but also would be useful for the channel. Yeah, I'll try to post up as much as I can, but for now this is just like a small little video. I don't know if I'm ever gonna post up another video again, so if you see something, great. I thought of something, but if not, this is what we're starting with. This is the first video of the channel, and just follow me on my socials. I mainly post on Instagram a lot, so if you want to watch me more behind the scenes stuff and keep track of what I do, follow me on my Instagram at lime_audio. I usually just focus on my Instagram page. That's all I post on. But YouTube's going to be a new thing that I'm going to start learning and adapt into it and then branch out my social media. And yeah, any further questions you have for this, any further ideas, feel free to share down in the comments below. Any ideas of what I can do, what I should do, or maybe give ideas for other production sound mixers that are making this. Just share in the comments and feel free to put your ideas so that other people can read them and say, hey, that's a cool idea. And I'm gonna put a hashtag in the comments below, and let's see, let's make a hashtag. Let's put my production battery box. So hashtag my production battery box, put that and tag me on it, Lime Audio. And I would like to see everyone's work. Tag me on my Instagram and everything, and then hopefully I will repost you or leave a comment saying, oh my god, this is awesome, I love some ideas. So yeah, feel free to share and enjoy. I hope you enjoy watching me struggle and figuring out how to make this. Until next time, I think I'm about to start heading out now. Bye-bye. Right there. Look at that. It has wheels. We can go. Come on, buddy. I'm out of here. Peace out.